right, comes back left. Nani shoots. Oh my goodness, Luis Nani! Here goes Daryl DK at Wormhorn. DK shoots, scores! DK wins it for Orlando! The biggest man in MLS comes up huge!
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lions Blog Podcast. I am your host, Gavin Rushnell, and we're doing another fun video episode today. This time about Facundo Torres. That's right. Orlando City, at the time we're at, has not signed Torres. Has not announced the signing. All signs are pointing to the fact that he's going to be an Orlando City player. The amount of journalists coming out, even the president saying it's basically a done deal. It's just we're waiting of the official dotting of the I's and crossing of the T's and all that fun stuff. So today we're going to scout him. We're going to do what we did for Cesar Araujo, and we're going to scout Facundo Torres. And here to do it with me is the same man as last time, Adam. Hey, buddy.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. Looks like a great mug there.
Thank you. This is the one Charlotte got us.
Oh, nice. Yeah, thick and thin.
Very thick and thin. Sorry, my camera's bad. I am drinking. So if you go to Aldi, you know how they have like the knockoff beers of everything. Mm-hmm. So I have knockoff Blue Moon. They call it White Tide. It tastes exactly the same. There's no difference.
It must be cheaper too, huh?
Yeah, it's like $6.50 a 6-pack.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So
excuse my hair. I literally just got off work.
Have you watched any highlights at all of Torres?
Yeah, I've seen a couple videos of him. I mean, kind of who hasn't at this point.
Yeah. So I think that's a little different to what Cesar Araujo was. Is no one could find any videos of him. Mm. And I luckily found one through some digging and some research, but this one's different. Everyone's seen him. Everyone already has an opinion of him. So we're just going to be sharing our opinion of him today. So let's get into the first one. We're going to do two videos. One of them is, well, they're both kind of shit quality. Excuse my language. But the first one is some dude stole someone else's video. Excuse me. But at the end, he has other clips that first video didn't have. And then he just put his watermark over the other person's watermark. So
that's not cool.
Yeah. So
so we're gonna steal his video then.
We're gonna steal his video as act of revenge.
Turnabout's fair play, whoever you are.
Right. The second video is even worse than the first, and it's literally posted by his agency. But the difference is this video is all of his highlights against a specific team, including some instances where he doesn't look so great. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what his intentions are, why things didn't work out, and all that. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do the same setup as last time. Watch it through one time and then get the pausing and over analyzing. So you guys are probably yelling at me. We're 4 minutes in. Why are we not having a video on our screen? So let me do that. And I believe this is the first one we wanted to do. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that theory where like the first third of any YouTube video is always just whatever fluff and you could just skip past it without even looking at it to get to the actual content?
Yeah. I have not heard that, but I don't see how it's wrong because that's literally what's happening here. So let's get this started. This is the
skip through us talking. Literally always. We never offer anything of value to literally anyone. I don't know why we're doing this.
Seriously, look at this watermark here.
That's ratchet.
So it's supposed to be the EM Productions one, the 4-minute one that's on YouTube. But he just slaps that on top. So, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So here is Facundo Torres, rumored 10, 11,
likes to
12,
dribble.
$13 million player, 70%, 100%. Who knows what's going on?
You know,
with him anymore.
for $10 million for 70%, which is what I'm saying until it's not, he better be able to dribble.
Yeah, this is him for Uruguay. So he's clearly a dribbler. That's the easiest thing to spot. I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying he's clearly a dribbler. And he's already won a couple fouls in here. And clearly he's got some flair too. You know, flicks and tricks. I can't wait to get into the pausing of this video.
That was nice, that little nutmeg.
Yeah, this is the big goal that everyone shows. Strike bottom right corner, looking like our Arjen Robben. Boom, boom, boom.
You did point out something a couple weeks ago, actually, when we were first looking at him, is all of his goals seem to be in the corners, which is good.
Yeah,
he's not just spraying and praying, you know.
No, and obviously these are highlights. That's not a good penalty, but it
went in.
But it went in, and that's all that matters. But yeah, you're right. It's not like these goals are right near the goalkeeper and they flapped at it and it didn't go in. Like there's a lot of highlights where he leaves the goalkeeper not able to even go for the ball. Yeah. And one thing we're also going to talk about is, and you were the one who brought this up to me when we first got DK and we were talking about him, is gravity. And he's got a different kind of gravity. And so we will kind of see as we start to pause, there are instances where he's got 3, 4, 5 players around him because they know of his quality. So it's going to be interesting to see how we utilize his gravity if we do it similar to how we utilized DK's.
Well, the problem with DK, or not with DK, but the problem with how we use DK is we didn't really have many players who'd make runs off of him, which of course this is a different kind of player. Absolutely. But you know, when the two defenders would close in on DK in the middle, no one would none of our wingers would make a run other than Benji in that channel that opened up. And we need to, so if Torres is going to pull defense to one side, someone needs to be making that backside run on the other way.
So some of these clips are repeating. We've already seen this goal.
Yeah.
But he
come on, YR Films.
Yeah. Excuse me. One thing I like is we're seeing him pop up everywhere. We're seeing him pop up on the right. We're seeing him pop up on the left and through the middle. So he can
see. Why would you replay that one?
I don't know. See, goal. That one hits off the post, but goalkeeper is just like,
he definitely likes to try to send the keeper the other. He likes to shoot the opposite way of his momentum.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of watching these clips. I didn't remember seeing so many replays when I first looked through. So bad on my part. Is that? Oh, we're only halfway through. Wow.
So we got to stick it out for the content.
Yeah. No.
Got to stay strong.
Some of it's fluff.
And this is definitely a replay. Nice outside of the boot finish, though. You don't see that a lot.
Now that's a good point. He does have that capability. He seems to use the outside of his boot a lot. So are we just watching replays now? Like, do you think we should probably just stop it here?
No, might as well. It's almost done, right?
I think we're 2 minutes away. We'll stick it out, see if there's anything new.
I thought it was going to be that same penalty.
So did I.
That one was also right down the middle. Okay, so he can't take pens.
Yeah, no. He's not taking penalties. We're still on the lookout for a penalty taker, people.
Is it Pereira this year, then?
We just need to give it to Kyle Smith.
All right. You heard it here first on Lions Blog. Kyle Smith for penalties. We need to start a social media campaign. Ooh, look at that run.
Yeah, his pace.
Be quick.
He is. His acceleration. Like not even just top speed.
That's nice. Oh, like you see they cut it off there? He didn't score on that because they cut it off.
You never know.
They would have let it go.
Sure. Good control there. Spins away.
Nice little spin move.
Beats the man. Goes inside. Oh, this is the one where he gets the Meg and beats 3 people.
Oh, yeah.
So clearly he's a talented footballer.
Mm-hmm.
And when we pause it and start to go through stuff, I'm interested to hear what you're seeing. Little cut back there. He does that a lot. He'll flick it over their head.
It's a lot of advanced moves that we don't see in MLS a lot, just because skilled footballers that are skilled to that level generally don't go to MLS. You often see them go straight to a European league.
Right.
Which I guess that's changing. Yep.
I mean, and he's going to be getting the report is life-changing money sort of thing. Which I put out a tweet this morning that basically he's going to be if I don't know what his salary is going to be, but if his salary is under 612,500,
so doubt it.
He would be under 22 initiative because acquisition costs don't count.
I very much doubt it. I would be surprised if he's on DP.
Yeah, I doubt it too.
He's got yes, that's life-changing money, but I imagine that there's some sort of signing bonus there. There's no way he's
looking
not
at
making
more life-changing money than just
there's no way he's under $1 million.
Yeah, so
if we spend $12 million on a guy, he's going to get $1 million per year.
Either way, he's going to be young DP level player, and that's still only $200,000 against the salary cap. So that's exciting.
Easy to fit under the cap because we have the slots, but I would say he's definitely going to take a DP slot.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
The perfect attacker.
Yes.
So obviously this is a highlight film. It's not going to show many screw ups from him.
Yes. So that will be next. We'll be looking at his screw ups kind of. So flicks it over, beats a man, uses his head. That's pretty good. The first thing I want to start with.
He loves that cutback dribble.
Yeah. So the first thing I want to start with is when he's dribbling. The first thing I noticed is he sucks people in and then flicks it past them. So sucks them in, flick. And as soon as they stab, he will go. And you're going to see that throughout the video. And
he definitely likes to beat someone, make 2 quick moves.
Yes. You're right. 1, 2. So as he's dribbling, players are going to stab in.
The second one, yeah.
And you're right. He is going to do 2 quick moves. And so...
And he's trying to either get fouled or get it past him.
My thought process here is what you just said, the foul part of things. Mm-hmm. We should really focus on set pieces. Because I think he's going to get... Yeah, he's going to draw a lot of fouls in dangerous
especially
positions.
In MLS.
And if we can, get Antonio Carlos on the score sheet like we did this season... and get our defenders on the score sheet more than we did 2 seasons ago. I think he's going to be a big part of that.
Does he take set pieces?
I haven't seen him take set pieces. So,
because I know
not in any of these videos.
Mueller would take some, and he's gone. Obviously, Nani was the big one. He's gone.
So I guess it'll be Pereira.
I could see Pereira taking deliveries. But from a shooting range, I don't know if I want Pereira taking it either. I'm thinking him or Pato. I'd rather have Janssen. I mean, if we're going to try to score off set pieces, I'd rather have Janssen trying to get ahead on one.
Yeah.
I know. He's a little bit white man can't jump, but he's still a center. He's still big.
Yeah. But he is also white man can't jump. So Torres obviously has decent, or not even decent, very good accuracy when shooting from outside the box. You're seeing a lot of shots go into the corners like we talked about earlier.
He's all finesse.
Yeah. And then as we're also going to see, keep an eye out for his gravity, like we talked about. Lots of players are going to be migrating near him.
And then when they don't, so you see, actually go back on that one. So the center back... I guess you can't see what I'm pointing to. That center back at the edge of the box.
Mm-hmm.
does not step to him. And so he's like, okay, you're going to give him the space. I'm going to do this. That center back right there. See that space? So that's what's going to create gravity for him. Because teams are going to see that on tape. And they're going to be like, well, this is what happens when you don't step. You got to step to Facundo Torres because he's going to unleash that long shot.
And guess what happens when he steps?
He steps, then those two, you get a 2-on-1 there in the right side channel, and he can just dink a little pass in.
Yep, and he's got that capability to just dink passes. Like he takes not as short of steps in short spaces like Cesar Araujo does, but he's got quick feet. And he has the ability to do that. One thing I also notice, and this is actually a good
that was a nice shot.
Show it. This one right here,
yeah,
is watch his feet right before he shoots. Oh, I think I went back too far. Right before he shoots, he takes a little stutter step almost every time, and so that worries me a bit. Did you see that?
Yeah,
because
it's like he needs a run up almost a little bit.
So yeah, so. Obviously, I'm not trying to discount the Uruguay league, but I feel like MLS might just be a little bit quicker, and he won't be able to get his shot off. And he might. I don't think
defenders are getting him quite as much space. He'll still be able to get space, but he's going to need to be able to play out of double and triple teams more.
Yeah, but I think one thing we might see is him see stutter shot. And he does it all the time.
He needs to be able to do that off of just his regular stride.
Yeah. I mean, he's clearly got really good, amazing capabilities. But
and I think that's one thing that you're seeing why European teams were not interested. Because you can't, if like Inter was the other club, the only other club where we even got a name out, you're not getting away with that in Serie A. They're going to play you too tight.
Yeah, and you're right. And that's my worry. For his first couple of games, I think he's going to get a lot of shots blocked because look how long it took him to get that shot off. Someone in MLS is going to slide in and get that, and it's not going to go through their legs. So that's one thing that does worry me about him.
It might go through their legs. It might. That's the thing. I think he's going to get in good positions, and it's going to be like a lot of almost, or something gets through, and I think he's going to look very good immediately when he comes in, but we're going to say, when's the finished product going to be there a little bit?
Mm-hmm. And
he might start getting assists before he gets goals.
Oh, that's a great point. That's my guess. So I think we see a lot of blocked shots, but we see him drag people in, wait till the last second, flick it around them, and doing that will create space for his teammates. Like in this clip that we talked about earlier, this literal same one. He's going to get assists.
Especially since teams are going to see that little stutter step. You're going to say, okay, his decision to shot getting off is a longer period of time than other players. So they're going to play him tight, and that's going to give other players the space to get open, and he's going to be able to find them.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on his extreme left-footedness?
It's certainly not a unique problem, and we've seen players have success with it before. I think it's something he's definitely going to have to grow out of like being so left-footed, kind of like Mueller did. Remember when Mueller was like the most right-footed player ever, and then he eventually started using his left? Mm-hmm. I think a similar thing will probably happen.
That's got to be part of his next development. With the stutter step, the right-footedness has to come because I'm pretty sure this is him, and that's him using the outside of his left foot to make that pass. It made sense in that scenario, but you can see he's clearly favoring that foot.
Also he's going to. I think he's probably using that stutter step as a reason or a like a utility move to get on his left foot.
And that's clearly his weapon. And now watch this clip that's coming up. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Sucks him in, flicks past. So it's going to be really interesting to see how we do from set pieces.
Two defenders immediately step to him. He finds the outlet.
This season,
there's four. There's four. He just gets out of four defenders.
And that's
if he can maintain that, and he's slippery too. If he can maintain being that slippery, he will have success.
How do you think we utilize this? I mean, look at that
Benji
space.
Michel.
If he gets through there, that's Benji Michel one-on-one.
That's
with the
Benji Michel.
goalkeeper. And that's something that's different than DK's gravity, because DK couldn't do that.
Has Pato been announced?
No, but he will be.
I mean, he will be. See, that's the thing that concerns me. If we don't sign a striker, I want a fast striker. I want someone who can make those in behind runs, because that will mesh well with Mauricio, and I want someone who can finish, because this is the type of situation that Facu is going to create, where that striker in the middle right there is going to have a free run.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think our left winger will. Do you think he plays on the right for us?
I think he flips, because he flips in his positioning on the field, because he can either play left side traditional or right side inverted.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
the next video we watch
for both.
The next video we watch, it's actually he's playing as a left winger, and he does actually cut in while keeping the ball on his left foot still, but he does cut in. So we'll see that next.
I think he'll play both wings.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we get another, I mean, we do need to sign another winger. If we do sign another winger, then that winger might have a preferred side.
Mm-hmm.
But he's played both in this clip and like every clip that we've seen.
Yeah. And I think him and Mauricio are going to really get a good partnership going.
Yeah, because Mauricio is going to like his speed.
Well, his speed and his willingness to run in behind, but also like the 1-2s and the flicks and stuff. Mm-hmm. I just think that it's going to work out nicely. Like that could be Mauricio right there.
Absolutely.
Making that flick. Then the shot goes just wide. But we need to get runners. And hopefully we utilize Benji Michel to do that more, because he also has the capability. So here's the other thing that I wanted to point out. I know we're at the end of the video, but if you look at his shot, he does do that stutter step. So stutter. But look how quickly his foot hits the ball. It's almost like a chop. Did you see that?
Laren kind of had that.
Yeah, like a quick. Now this is obviously a huge windup because it's from distance, and that's a beautiful shot.
No, the one before that was, but the one before Laren. The reason Kyle Laren was so good and continues to be so good at every level is because he has one of the quickest shots in the world. Just like that decision to shot off time period, his is very, very short.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Torres is absolutely fixable. He needs to train himself out of that stutter step, and he needs to make himself at least be able to use his right foot. And he could probably not Laren like goal scoring, but he could have a Kyle Laren like shot.
Yeah, and
which is why Laren doesn't get blocked that often.
Right. This next clip is the one I wanted to highlight it just one more time. The one where it goes close. You can see him kind of chop into the ball. And so once he gets the stutter out, he has the ability to get his shot off really quickly. So that's the little moments that's really going to set him apart in MLS, because when you get your shot off quicker, they're not going to be able to get to you. If he doesn't do that stutter step and he launches his foot at the ball, he's going to get a lot of goals.
That's the thing. I have some assistants.
Oh, okay.
No, Penelope, no. Penelope, say hi to everyone.
Oh, hi, Penelope.
She's shy. She likes to sit on my shoulder.
That's a good cat right there. My cat's probably doing something that she shouldn't be doing. So that's Facundo Torres' highlights. So let's watch this next video. Again, quality's really, really bad here. Okay? And also, he's playing left wing, and the camera does not pan down. So you kind of have to search for him. But he's number 10. I've got it on 1080p.
Yeah, that blur that kind of looks like a 10.
Yeah, so I think that's him. So I skipped through the stupid intro part. So here...
Oh, look at that watermark.
Yeah, look at that. This is his agency. But we're just going to be watching this through, and then we're going to kind of pause anything that we see different. So that's him trying to find the guy in the middle. And not everything comes off in this video. Sometimes he either messes up or gives the ball away.
So he's probably making that run.
Well, that was him making the pass inside. So he does cut in from the left flank, even though he is extremely left-footed. And people try to show him out wide, and he's still able to be successful. So yeah, you can't really see at the bottom here. So this isn't a great video, but it's just an interesting video. Like, that's him trying to make that pass. And look how quickly he tried to, like, it was 1-2 touch out of, really one touch out of his feet. So I think this is also an informative video to look at. What is he trying to do? And it looks like he's trying to make an impact on offense every time he gets the ball.
I should hope so.
Yeah. And I mean, that was a good pass. And he's very quick about it too. That was a flick.
That's something I really like, is that he doesn't seem to hesitate that much.
His directness.
Yeah, in all his highlights, you never saw him. I mean, I think one time he slowed down, but you know how Nani would, every single time he took someone on, would like faint like 3 times before he actually did something.
That was such a huge frustration for me with Nani. How
Facu
slow
was just
he was with it.
Oh, I have the ball. I'm going to make my 2 quick moves. I'm going to get past you.
Here he is. Boom, boom, boom. Pass it off.
It's like he's thinking while he's running.
Yeah. I sure hope he is.
Well, yeah. Well, Nani would do that, but he would also take more time to think if he wanted it. Nani was like, I'm old. This is a thinking's man game.
So one touch out of his feet, trying to go forward, dinks it into somebody's path. Like, I really do like this footage, even though you can't tell anything, because it's very informative of the type of player he is. Whereas highlights are highlights. Like Cesar Araujo, we weren't able to learn everything. And this doesn't tell us everything. We'd have to watch 20 games of him live to get a decent chunk of knowledge about him. But this is just a little bit more on what he's like, what his intentions seem to be, how he plays off the left. I quite like that. Cutting into the 4th channel and not being stuck on the sideline, because
that would have been a goal if it was on frame.
Yeah.
And I like that he's taking shots from angles too. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Because what's the thing? You make 0.
You miss 100% of shots you don't take.
There we go. See, that's
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Yeah, that's why you're the co-host. You know stuff that I don't. So let's start this over and pause anything that we want to. So again, horrible angle there. Turns. Oh no, this is him here. In tight spaces, while getting bumped, he's still able to stay on his feet.
I mean, he's trying to get to his teammate right there. Honestly, I think there he should have got more prima donna and try to look for the flop.
Oh, on the corner of the box? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he wouldn't
He
have
wasn't getting that ball through.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we can't even see that one. Like, well, I don't know why they threw that in there.
I'm like craning my neck to try to see it, and like there's nothing there.
So this I like this about him. One touch, try to play somebody through. Obviously didn't work, but if it does work, that's how you get behind a defense.
Exactly. And him and Araujo are very similar like that. Is the single touch, and then they'll immediately look to play it forward.
So this I don't really like. So he's got somebody isolated out here, one-on-one, and he looks to pass it off. Yeah,
he needs to make a move there.
He could have.
He should try to get end line.
When Nani was on the end line like that, one-on-one, he always got past somebody. Almost every time.
Oh, yeah.
He got past somebody. And that put us in really dangerous positions until Nani would cut back, and then people would catch up to him. there, I'll back it up one more time just to reiterate my point. If he cuts in, waits for the defender to stab,
the problem
and then
is
left,
that his help is 2-on-4.
I mean, yeah, but this on the left side here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, is much more dangerous position than passing to somebody in the middle of that triangle.
Oh, it is. He should still try to get end line, but that's not a great situation anyway because he's one-on-one, but his help is basically non-existent.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless
I just wish he would have been
just a magnificent run.
More direct in that scenario. And again, still young, will improve, all the caveats. So this is him on the left here, cuts in really quickly. Now in that scenario, I like it because that's good timing of pass. He doesn't hold it and try and play it through this player or somehow curl it around, which he could have done, but it would have got cut off.
No, he's doing it before the defense is set.
Yeah, I think he plays it a little bit behind him though, but
that's fine though. You don't want to try and go like too far ahead.
Right.
Like you want to get at your player's feet so he has time to make whatever move he wants because you're going to see he's in the middle of 3 defenders. There's really no good place to lead him, and then his teammate finds the best route through because he's in the situation.
Yeah, and I think he does get a shot off.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. See, and then he chooses that little feint move there.
Yeah.
Obviously, the shot can be a lot better, but I like getting the pass like kind of zip directly to the teammate in that situation. Because also he can we rewind to that little thing back there?
This one?
No, the one that we were talking about before.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Where the teammate got the shot off. Can we see what he does after the pass? Like if he's looking for a give and go?
It looks like he just stops.
Yeah.
So here he is. Puts the pass off.
Yeah.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he stops.
He is pretty far away, to be fair, but
that's true.
Like
I don't know
sure
if he was like. I'm sure he does. Just I don't know if his instincts there were maybe not a give and go, but like pass and then immediately like make a run to draw a defender off or something,
or at least pass and show.
Yeah.
And like I said, he will flick the ball around. That's a very good pass. He will flick the ball around an opponent and then run around them. So like he's got the capability of getting around players. Like you said, he's silky. He's quick. Cuts in.
That's nice.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean that could be a penalty if someone kicks him.
You can so imagine defenders getting frustrated playing him.
Yeah.
Because they're going to step in, they're not going to be able to hit him.
That now,
that's what playing Atlanta feels like.
Literally, does that worry you at all a little bit? I mean, again, very good dinked pass, but
it's gonna be how good at it he is.
But couldn't anybody just say, okay, the way to defend Torres?
Is he Miguel Almiron, or is he Zico Barco, or is he Pity Martinez,
or is he Reynoso up in Minnesota?
Yeah.
That's a little bit of my worry because opposing teams could just say, okay, don't stab. Like whatever you do, you just stand him up. You do not dive in no matter what. Because even if you think you're going to win that ball, you're not going to, and you're going to draw a foul. So just stand him up and shield him away. But like that's easy to say.
That's easy to say. It's much easier said than done.
Short spaces, so he can't pick it around you and go. So
exactly. One, he has the tools in his toolbox to beat that type of defense. Two, you're telling defenders who play a certain way. Like imagine telling Antonio Carlos to just stand people up. That's not going to happen. And he's one of the best defenders in the league.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell guys, hey, you can't stab at this guy. You have to stand him up. You can't go into him. One, you're giving him space, and we saw what happens when you give him space. He takes those long shots. It's taking tools away from the defenders to be able to play him. This is why you pay elite attackers, because some styles of defense don't work against them, and when you get that style of defense, you're going to have success.
Yeah, and
it just depends on, is he going to have enough other tools in his toolbox to be able to when like a guy like Robin Janssen would actually be very good against Torres because he loves to stand people up and he's not very pokey. So when you get a team like that with more patient defenders, is he going to have the wherewithal to, make quicker passing decisions and, do more of that little tiki-taka and then get quick shots off?
Mm-hmm. And then one thing I like about him off the left here is he's starting near the sideline, but then he's cutting in and it's engaging defenders and leaving space. And we're seeing a lot of him cutting in towards the right back and right center back. And obviously this would never, it would sometimes, but this should never happen. This is horrible defending.
Absolutely. His teammate in the middle's got acres of space to make a run in.
Yeah. And I believe he just dinks it in. Mm-hmm. That should never be happening.
Right
there. But he is going in from the left to the right and dinking it in quite a bit. That's an overhit cross. Yeah. So I'm
not seeing a lot of long balls from him. I think that's probably a part missing from his game. He's probably not asked to do it a lot.
Probably not. No, he's probably asked to run onto long balls sometimes.
Exactly.
But
if you need a cross from him or if you need a long switch for whatever reason, I don't think. Not that he's incapable, but it's not part of his game right now.
No. So this next one, what I was just talking about with being on the wing, here he is in the fourth channel getting the ball in space.
That's a beautiful run.
He's very versatile. And you see
that defender probably stepped to him.
Probably, and he turned him.
Yep.
It was probably like the one run for the defender, one run for me sort of thing. So he's definitely got a lot of tools in his skill shed. And that's obviously why this player is so much money, because even just me sitting here talking about it is, well, okay, tell your players to stand him up. Okay, they stand him up. He's just going to run past you because of how quick he is over a short distance.
If he fixes his flaws and he learns how to put a decent cross in, he's absolutely a top European League level player.
And you would hope that Oscar Pareja can do that. So,
yes. But I would say the main concerns are, does he have a secondary way to win? After because he likes to do that drifting, that 1-2 cut. When a player is shielding him well and not letting him get those angles to the goal, just off of that, does he have another way to win? We don't know what his defense is like. Is he going to track back? Is he going to be more aggressive? Is he going to press? Is he going to make interceptions? We don't know. Just because there's no highlights of him making defensive plays, but we don't know. And how are his crosses and long balls? Because eventually, if he's going to be a top level player, he will need to be able to do that.
Yeah, there was a highlight in there with a faded over the top ball from him, and we saw the outside the foot through ball. So it seems like something that he could do if necessary, but he's definitely seems more, I like the ball, at my feet and in my control.
And two-footedness. He will need to be two-footed.
Yeah, he'll just need to improve that in general if he wants to go over to Europe. Europe doesn't they will take a flyer on players like that, but they have to be really good in other aspects of their game.
If we want to sell him for $30 million down the road, then
two-footedness,
then that's gonna be huge. It's gonna be that, the little stutter step are gonna be the two biggest obstacles.
So how are you feeling for how we should use him?
Off the left, however he wants. Honestly, he's a rare talent as far as MLS goes. You don't see guys like him every day. Gavin and I are nitpicking here. Let's be upfront about that. We are absolutely nitpicking. He should come and light up the league. Again, I'm of the opinion he's going to get assists before he gets goals. It's going to take a minute to figure out the defensive styles. Just because it's going to be different. It is a step up.
He's going to be targeted.
He's going to be target on his back. But I think this time next year, we're going to be talking about, or not this time, but during next season, I think he could be in the MVP conversation if all goes well. Yeah. He's that talented.
Yeah. Again, that's why we're spending.
That's
so
what
much money on him.
That's what you hope from this type of signing.
I hope he learns. That's one of the big things I'm hopeful for. That through this process of this first season, he needs to take in what's happening to him. So if he's struggling to score, look at why he's struggling to score and learn from it and start scoring. Because whether it's he's taking too long to with the stutter steps, whether it's people aren't stabbing in and he's not able to get around them like he used to in Uruguay, like whatever it is, he's going to have to adapt his game. He's also going to have to adapt, his lifestyle as a young boy about to make a lot of money compared to what he was. So that's going to be a change.
And in a country with a lot more to offer people with a lot of money.
Right. New language, that's going to be something. New dressing room. Like there's so much that goes into this that needs to work out. But I from what I've heard, his attitude towards coming here is like top notch. He wants to be here. He's going to work hard when he comes, and he really wants to make this work. And he's from humble beginnings. So I don't see why he wouldn't come in, put his head down, and really work hard to make this work before going off to Europe, hopefully for many, many millions.
Yep.
Any last words on what you saw?
No. Obviously expectations are sky high, and all we can do is hope he meets them and, support him every step of the way. So make sure we give a big cheer for him when he makes his debut, and hopefully we get a good show.
Yeah, very skilled player. It's going to be really interesting to see how we use him. Is it off the left? Is it off the right? Is it as a 10? We shall see. All right. You can follow Adam at Kosher Taco Truck. You can follow me at Lions Blog. We're going to be doing more of these as more signings come in. And as we promised last time, we will be doing match rewatches throughout the season to discuss what we're seeing tactically, analytically, player performance, all that fun stuff. We're going to be lining up some fun guests for that as well. So make sure to subscribe. I guess subscribe to my YouTube channel. I never thought I'd be saying that, but subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hey. And yeah, thank you for your time, Adam, and have a good rest of your night. Vamos, Orlando.
Vamos.
Spins right, comes back left, Nani shoots, oh my goodness, Luis Nani! Here goes Daryl DK at one horn, DK shoots, scores! DK wins it for Orlando! The biggest man in MLS comes up here!